Have you ever stopped to think about what makes a good school, well, great? A huge piece of that puzzle is always the person in charge. Today, we're going to unpack the new blueprint designed to build exceptional school leaders all across the Philippines. So let's get right into it. I want you to think back for a second. Picture the best principal or school head you ever had. What made them so good? Were they amazing managers, big picture visionaries, or maybe just really great mentors? Well, that exact question is at the very heart of a major educational reform happening right now. Okay, so before we can really appreciate the new standards, we have to understand why the old ones needed a refresh. I mean, the world of education has changed so dramatically, and the standards for leading it had to catch up. Now, what's so telling on this slide is that sharp contrast. Look, the old standards, the NCSBSH, they were fine for their time, but they were built for a totally different world. Today's school heads are dealing with a huge K-12 program, globalization through things like ASEAN integration, and of course, 21st century learners who need a whole different set of skills. The old map just wasn't going to work for this new journey. So it all boiled down to this one really crucial idea. The Department of Education realized that if you want to help students succeed, you've got to start with the leaders. Because great leaders support great teachers, and it's those great teachers who directly help students thrive. It's a chain reaction. And that brings us to the solution, the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads, or what we'll call the PPSH. This is the modern game plan, the updated roadmap for what incredible school leadership needs to look like today. First off, let's be super clear on who we're talking about. When we say school head, we mean the person juggling everything, from the admin work like budgets and buildings to the instructional side, which is all about making sure the teaching and learning is top-notch. It is a massive, massive job. And these standards aren't just a list of rules to memorize. It's better to think of them as a roadmap for a whole career. It lays out what's expected from a school head, whether they're just starting out or they've become a seasoned expert. It's all about growth. The whole thing really comes down to three main goals. First, set crystal clear expectations so everyone knows what good looks like. Second, push leaders to always be learning, to never stop growing. And third, create one fair, consistent system to support, develop, and even assess them. Simple, right? So what's actually in this blueprint? Well, it's built around 5 key areas of leadership. They call them domains. Let's break down what each one means. And this visual just says it all, doesn't it? You've got the 5 domains all around the outside, but look what's right there, dead center, the learners. It's a powerful reminder that every single part of this framework, every decision a school head makes, has to circle back to what's best for the students. First up, we have leading strategically. This is the big picture stuff. A school without a clear vision is like a ship without a rudder. This domain is all about making sure the school head works with the entire community to set that direction, to build a mission and vision that guides everything. Then you've got the nuts and bolts. Domain 2 is about managing school operations. This is all the behind-the-scenes work that makes sure the school runs like a well-oiled machine. We're talking budgets, buildings, staff, safety, everything you need to create a stable environment where learning can actually happen. Now, Domain 3, focusing on teaching and learning. This is the heart of the matter. This is where the school head is more than a manager. They're the lead learner. They are directly responsible for the quality of what's happening in the classroom, making sure the curriculum works and that teachers have what they need to inspire students. A great leader doesn't just collect followers. They create more leaders. That's what Domain 4 is all about, developing self and others. It's this idea that a leader has to keep growing themselves, but just as importantly, they have to mentor and empower their teachers and staff to grow right alongside them. And finally, Domain 5 is a reminder that a school isn't an island. This one's called Building Connections, and it's all about reaching outside the school gates. It's about engaging parents, creating partnerships with the community, and building a whole network of people who are invested in helping students succeed. Okay, so a plan on paper is one thing. But how does this document, this PPSH, actually make its way from a central office into a real practical tool that every single school in the country can use? Well, the plan is actually pretty smart. There are 2 key agencies making it happen. You've got the BHROD, that's the HR side of things. They're weaving these standards into everything, from who gets hired to how they get promoted. Then you have NABE, the National Educators Academy. they handle the training, making sure all the professional development is designed to help school heads meet these new goals. And you can see here how it all cascades down. It starts at the top with national adoption. Then those key agencies get their systems in line. From there, it goes to the regional and division offices who spread the word. And it keeps going until it lands with every single school head, who can then use it for the most important step of all, their own self-reflection and growth. Okay, we've gone through a lot of policy talk. Let's bring it all back home. Why does any of this matter to the actual students sitting in classrooms every day? What's the real impact for them? It's all about that positive chain reaction we talked about. It starts with an effective school leader who's guided by these clear standards. That leader then creates an environment where teachers feel supported, valued, and can do their best work. And those are the teachers who can truly help grow well-rounded, capable 21st century learners. See how it all connects? And at the end of the day, this isn't just about getting better grades. It's about achieving the Department of Education's incredible vision to raise up Filipinos who not only have skills, but also have the heart and values to build a better nation. That's the ultimate prize. So when you see the PPSH, don't just see it as another government policy. See it for what it truly is, a massive investment. It's an investment in the leaders who have one of the most important jobs in the world, shaping our future, one student at a time. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? If this blueprint really works, if it helps develop a whole new generation of amazing school leaders, just imagine the kind of future those leaders and the students they inspire will create for all of us.